Whew, okay, going live again and again and again. Hello, my name is Lynette. Welcome. All right, so what we're going to do is make sure that we can get stuff done. Okay, we have that. There we go. Hello. Just doing some. Okay, great. Hello. My name is Lynette. Thank you for joining me. We are going to be talking about abacus because we always talk about abacus. I always talk about abacus. And what are we doing? So, what are we going to do is we are going to kind of do a little review on the Common Core stuff. So, I also have a couple of questions from. I also have a few questions. And these are great. These are fantastic. And I'm very excited for them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is understand how to read the abacus. Here is an abacus. This one is my teacher's abacus. This teacher's abacus will help me figure out how to count. And so what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to count. We will know that we have, this is a place value. This is my ones. This is my ones indicator. Hello, thank you. Welcome. Join me in learning how to read the abacus. What we're going to do is we're going to understand that this is the ones place. This is the indicator for the ones place. And we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The top bead will always be 5, and we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 10. This is 10? No, that's not 10. This is 10. This is 10. How do I know that this is 10? Because we have a 1s and our 0 and our 10s. So let's switch over to the student's abacus. This is a student's abacus. If you notice, it is a little different. The gravity will take its place. And so on the teacher's abacus is big enough that you could see across the classroom. The beads will actually stay in place. So because the beads stay in place, it's easy to add how to do stuff, right? How to move the beads. However, on the student's abacus, and you'll notice, it's very easy to move, and they all fall down in gravity. So let's switch over to the abacus, to the student's abacus, and we will continue on. All right. Here is my student's abacus. What we did last week is we talked about how the abacus does some abstract thinking, right? We did some algebraic thinking. Algebraic thinking was kind of interesting. What we were doing is we're adding like 5 is equal to 2 plus 3. So this in itself is actually learning how to do the plus 5. So we did that last week. Yeah, we'll date it. That's fine. So what's going to happen is, okay, so here we have algebraic thinking. It's kind of interesting. Why? Because I do have a book that talks about, and abacus is all about algebraic thinking. So here is the book, how to add a 5. And if you notice, one of these questions was 5 is equal to 2 plus 3, or 5 is equal to 4 plus 1. So that's really interesting. And so they were talking about decomposing the numbers, which is fine. We can decompose the numbers. But in abacus, it's different. When we decompose the numbers, we have to remember whether it's going to be using a formula or not a formula. So the first thing we're going to do is understand that here, it's very specific. Why? Because in the abacus world, we actually have patterns. So here's my little addition chart, my addition table. This is available on my website. If you want more information, I have it available for reference, right? This is to reference. And so the top numbers is all the add-ins. So and again, what we're doing is in abacus world, what we do is we focus on the add-ins. Hello, Jesse. Let me know if you have any questions. So what we're doing is we're focusing on the add-ins. What does that mean? We don't focus on the result. We do not focus on the result because every result will be different. Here, it's easy to see. We have 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. right? Again, it's focusing on the add-in, it's focusing on the result. Whereas in Abacus world, we focus on the add-in. What does that mean? Well, here, my question is 1 plus 3. When we have 1, and my question is add the 3, is there enough beads to add the 3? Yes, there is. I do have enough to add the 3. I'm going to add my 3. So notice that what we're doing is we're moving the beads, we're moving the add-in, we're adding, right? We're not focusing on how do you make a 4? We're not decomposing the number 4. We're understanding how to add the 3. So welcome, welcome. Let me know if you guys have any questions, Miss Amenheiser and Arunima. So what we're going to do is we are going to focus on the add-in. Now, when we look at the Common Core, it's interesting. Why? Because it says here, solve and subtract word problems, which we've done, right? And we add and subtract within the 10. Well, this is a little bit loaded because there's a lot more than just adding the 10, right? This is a Common Core skill. And what we're going to be doing is using the objects. We have this object. This is my object. And what we can do is we can add 2 plus 2. But it gets more when we try to go within the 10. What does that mean? We have formulas that we need to worry about. We have formulas, not worry about, but we have formulas that we need to understand before we go further, before we go into like doing more. And this is the fundamentals. So here it says any number between 1 and 9, find the number that makes 10. So that's what this is, right? We want to make a 10. These are all the pairs of making a 10. This is fantastic. But that's the only thing it asks. The other thing is, how do we make a 10 gets a little bit more loaded. Why? Because we can do 5 plus 5, but then the question is can we do, what's other ways? Take any number from 1 to 9, find the number that makes the 10. So that's what this is. Using the objects and the drawings to record and answers. Okay, so we have this. That's what making the 10 is. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm doing it live. Okay, so here, how to make a 10. So that's what this would be. That would be, was it KOA 4. And then this is fluently add and subtract within the 5. That means we're going to talk about this, which is a separate skill altogether. Right now, I have how to make a 5 and how to make a 5. I do have how to subtract a 5 being published. Okay, so that's cool. Include groups that go up to 10 objects. Drawings need not to show detail. Okay, so we're done with that. All right, so we know. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Working with the number base. Okay, what is this? Work with the numbers 11 to 19 to gain foundations for place value. Hello, good morning, Alyssa. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Compose and decompose numbers from 11 to 19 into tens and ones. Okay, I'm so happy you're here. I was just looking through this Common Core stuff, and I have your videos. I have your pictures. I was going to make a video, but then I realized it was going to be a very long video. So I gave you a chart. So, okay, I think we're done with this. So I gave you a chart. This is an additions chart, and I wanted to show you how to use it. So we had the first question, and I was looking at it, and it was kind of like, okay, so here is some questions, right, that you have given, that you were kind enough to provide for me. And so how are we going to make it? Yes, I received it. Okay, fantastic. Please print it out when you get a chance, and I'll show you how I'm using it. So here it says 9 plus 5. You look at the add-in. This is the add-in that we are looking at. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this add-in, right? And we're going to find it on the chart. Then you'll know how to use the chart. So here it says 9 and 5 plus the 5. So I go here. This is my add-in. This is how to add the 5. And I'll look 9 plus 5. So that means because it's yellow, this is a plus 10 formula. So your child is not there yet. Your child is still working on, your son's still working on a plus 5 and minus 5. So I would wait on this specific question. I don't know if that will help you. So then I looked at this one. So this is a plus 10 formula, right? So this, I'm sorry, that was a plus 10 formula. Then this one has 3 plus 8. You find the 8. So go to the add-ins that says 8, and then notice that there's a plus 3. Because there's a plus 3, I know because it's yellow, it is now a plus 10 formula. So this again is a plus 10 formula. And that's what I would do, is I would go through each one. So here is 7 plus 1. 1 is the add-in that we're looking at. So we look at the 1, and then we find the number 7. So we know that this is green. That means this is a simple one. So we can do this on the abacus. Hello, Ethan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what we're doing is we're going to add the 7. We have 7. And then is there enough bead? Yes, there is. I'm going to add the 1 bead. And my final answer is 8. Does that make sense? So then here we have 6 plus 6. Now this gets a little hairy. So we have 6, and then we have another 6. Our second add-in is a 6. So we go to here. Now we know that this is a two-step equation. Is this new? No, this is not new. This addition table is not new. I've had it, but I don't reference it because I don't have, I should still show him how to use the formulas. Yeah, you should still show him how to use the formulas, but be careful of which questions to show. I would say be careful of the which questions to show. So this one is a two-step, right? So if you want to use the worksheets, the workbooks that you have, it's fantastic, it's great. But the issue is they're not categorized, if that makes sense. So if it's not categorized, your son will get confused. So here, if I did 7, I have 9. 9 is my add-in. I would look for the 9. Here is 9. And then notice I have 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9. So this is a plus 10 formula. Here is 8 plus 8. If I look for 8, again, it's another plus 10 formula. You can push them to do plus 10 right away, but I would keep with the plus 5, if that makes sense. So here is 8 plus 7, so I'd find 8 plus 7. This is, again, still a plus 10 formula. 6 plus 9. There's a lot of plus 9 formulas, plus 10 formulas. So I would, if you're on your own schedule, if you want to take the time to categorize it, that is correct. I should have them do the simple first. I don't see the plus 5 on that sheet. Plus 5 is here. This is the plus 5. This is the simple. Your questions is a lot of plus 10s. So here is 9 plus 2. So if I look for the plus 2, it's yellow. So this is another plus 10. And then 8, yeah, on the homework sheet. Yeah, there's a lot of plus 10s. So here's my next one. Yeah, I was thinking about it, like how best to help you categorize it. This is what I would do if I didn't have resources. If I didn't have resources like what I do, then that's what it would be. Yeah, there is a lot of plus 10s. He'll be very solid in the adding of the 10. Yeah, a lot of this is the carrying on, right? We carry on. And you'll notice, yeah. So, well, but you have to be careful. There is also a bunch of two-step equations. So we have 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7. So this is a two-step. So you have to be careful. Two-step. And then this one is simple, right? Because it's 6 plus 3. That's simple. So I hope that helps. I was looking at this and I go, I have this reference, but I wasn't quite sure if it would help you. And that would be the thing, is to start helping categorize for your child. Yeah, I'm hoping that makes sense. So that's what I was doing here, and I was like, huh. And I was looking at it. So this one is the 8. They're very focused on the number 8, which is fine. But the problem is here is depending on the question, like this one, it's still a plus 10. But then if you get to 13, like this one, now we're at two-step. I would skip two-step for now. Myself is beginning to understand. Yeah, I would hold off on the two-step. So this is a two-step. This is a 16. This is a plus 10. This one is a plus 10. 14 is a two-step. 11. Oh, you could do 11. Oh no, 11's a 10 as a plus 10. 17 is also a plus 10. 18. Oh, you could do 18. That's simple. That's simple. And then 15 is a plus 10. How do you utilize the 10 frame to transition to the abacus? How do you use the 10 frame? The 10 frame happens after the plus fives. So I would hold off on the 10 frame. After the, because that's what we're doing in here. I would start showing the 10 frame in here on the page. This one, but yeah, see, that's the thing, right? The 10 frame, what I would say is, okay, the abacus is 10. So we have 10. Oh, it would have to be something like this, right? So we'd be 18, take away 8. So we have 10. We know we have 10. 0, 1 is 10. We have 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then minus the 8. Can we take away the 8? And then that's where our column isolator happens. So minus the 8. Can we take away the 8? Is there enough beads to add minus the 8? There is. So I would take away the 8. That's what that would be. But the problem is he's not here yet. So I don't know if I would introduce this just yet. But the 10 frame really is just adding the 10. So 10 plus 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that helps. Because the question would be what? The reason why I would do the 10 frame is, see, the problem is the questions are all mixed up. So I wouldn't do that just yet. I would only have to focus on the simple stuff, and that's when I would do the 10 frame. I don't know if that helps. So that was the next one. The same one with this, right, in a row, and they kind of mix it up. But the problem with this is here, oh no, there it is. Right, here is the 4 in a row. So in the 4 in a row, again, I would be looking for the minus 3. And minus 3 is what? Take away 2. So this minus 3 is a 10 frame. So there's a lot of, he'll be very solid in the, yeah, he'll be very solid. So minus 4 is minus 10. This is also a minus 10. So here, 4 minus 5, 14 minus the 5 is another 10 frame. Wow, this is a lot harder than I thought. Yeah. And that's why I made my books very specific to try to, because because I feel like mainstream math doesn't put any structure to the way that they're teaching. A lot of, like, it's not abacus focused, if that makes sense. So all of this is, you know what? All of this is how to make a 9. So if we do 11, 5, make it 5. See, because the focus is the 10 frame. But you'll see that the answers are the same. Right? Because if we did 12, we take away the 3 minus the 10 plus the 1. I'm sorry, plus the 7. So this one is 9. So this is 11 minus the 4. Minus the 4 is minus the 10 plus the 6. Oh, that's 7. So then this one is 14, take away 5, minus the 10 plus the 5. Then the answer is 9. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. I'm not sure what the rhyme and reason is for this. Because why? Minus the 4 is here. So this is another 10 for these are all 10s. 13. Nothing is here. This is fine. This is fine after he knows how to do minus plus the 10s and minus the 10s. Yeah, and I was thinking about okay, so here's the next one. It helps to memorize the facts. Yeah, it really helps to memorize, where are we? It really helps to memorize, it really helps to memorize the partners. These partners, that's why it's very critical that he memorizes the partners, because then it's easy to understand how to move the beads. I have to find my other one. I've lost it. Where did it go? Oh, you know my other one. That game that is to help memorize the math of confidence. Oh, the 4 in a row. This one. That's good. That's good, but he's not there yet. I mean, if I'm looking through in the eyes of Abacus, he's not there yet. He's still trying to understand. So maybe what I do here, you know what? Maybe instead what I would do is I would do the minus. I'd do it like this. So you could do 15 minus 1, 15 minus 2. I would probably do that. So I could, I would rearrange this. Instead of saying 13 minus 4, I would do, I don't know what, I don't understand. I'm sorry. I should do this. I'm so sorry. I need to do this. I don't understand why children have to memorize all the facts. It's easier to memorize partners of 10s and 5s. Yeah, that's, yeah, I don't understand it gets more and more. Whereas if we understand the partners and the families and friends, then it's very, it makes everything very simple. Yes. And I'm happy that you see it, right? I'm happy that you're understanding and you're seeing the benefits of, just knowing the partners. But yeah, you're absolutely right. So what I would probably do here, and I can set this up for you. I can do a 4 in a row. I'm sorry. I could do a 4 in a row and make it into a +5 or a -5 and a +5 and a +10 and a -10. We can do that, but I don't understand what this 4 in a row means. What are they trying to do here? Are they trying to find the numbers that are the answers that are 4 in a row? Is that what that means? That was I don't have instructions on this one. Yes, please. But what's the instructions on this one? Yeah, that's not a problem. This is easy to do, but I don't know what the instructions are. If you can tell me what the instructions are on this one, it'll be easier for me to remake it. But that's not a problem. That'd be super easy. But I do appreciate the help. I have to go back and see. Yeah, that would be good. And then I can. Oh, so then that other one was okay. So that's one of them. The other one was this one. Thank you again. I do appreciate all of these worksheets. It does help. Okay, so here. So this one again, the problem is what? He hasn't gone through any of the stuff. So if we're doing a -1 here. So if I replace this 41 and then a -11, it's a +10. So this one is a -10 formula. And then we have a +1, which is a simple formula. So if I did it, right, 40 take away 41, take away 7, minus, if I rewrote it, minus the 7, I want to take away the 7, minus 7 is equal to minus 10 plus 3. So I minus the 10, I plus the 3. And then I have to take away the 1. So I minus the 1. So my final answer here is 33. Right? So here is 75. 75. Take away 5. That's simple. Right? That's simple. Now I need to minus the 8. When I minus the 8, it's not enough. Not enough to minus the 8, right? I don't have any beads to minus the 8. We know minus 8 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 2. So minus the 10 plus the 2, right? So these are not really two steps. They're just more add-ins. That's all. So we have 96, 96. And then what do? We take away the 3. Minus the 3. This minus 3 is minus the 5 formula. I see how you're showing part of the problem. Yes. So minus, this is the minus the 3. So in Abacus, we focus on the specific number, just like in the two-step equations, right? So this is minus 5. I would say minus the 5 plus the 2, right? That's what minus 3 is. Minus the 5 plus the 2. And then here it says minus the 6. So again, I break it up. Minus 6. Minus 6 is what? Minus 6. Is there enough to take away the 6? No. What do? Minus the 10 plus the 4. This is your two-step. Plus minus the 10. I minus the 10 here, right? I minus the 10. And then, no? Yes, it is. Because here I want to plus the 4. I cannot add the 4 here. So now what do? Plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus 1. Oh, sorry, minus 1. So this, adding this 6, oh, I see. I see, wow, this is harder than I thought. It's not, it's harder to abacify mainstream math because there's no structure in mainstream math. That's why I have to be very careful with the questions that we have. Yeah. So when we look at it, right, you notice I take each one. He has to have a good foundation. Yeah, and that's why we start with the abacus. Thank you, a guy named Jeff, my favorite math teacher. Thank you so much. So yeah, I would take it slow, right? 62. I put 60, I put 2. Can I take away the 5? No, I cannot take away the 5. What is this? Minus the 5 is what? Minus the 5 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 5. Minus the 10 plus the 5. And then this would be simple. I could minus the 2. Then this would be simple. Take away the 2. Is there enough? Yes, there is. Right? You can use this towards the foundation. Same thing. We have 9. 59. Take away 5. This is simple, right? You should be able to do this. Take away the 5. This one, take away simple. Minus the 2. This one is minus the 10. How do I know it's minus the 10? I don't have enough beads to take away the 9. So now I know minus the 9 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 1. That's how I would do it. So this one is not very difficult because we have this foundation. Yeah. I remember when my kids were small, I would go through it and I would only pick and choose specific questions that they're understanding. So I would pick and choose first. I would pick and choose if he's on, because he's on +5, I would only pick and choose what the +5 is, if that makes sense. Oh, then there was this one. I was like, wow, all right. Oh, here we go. So this one was adding this one and this one to make something, to find the difference. This is okay. But it's okay. Because we could do 4, right? Take away 1. That's what this is. 4 take away 1. So then we have 3, I think it is, right? So pick and choose the +5s and let him do mainstream weight. Yeah, I would, yes, pick and choose the mainstream math. If you can. That's why I gave you this chart, right? To help you navigate through which numbers is +5, which numbers will be easy, and then which numbers is the +10s, and then this is the 2-step. That will confuse him. Yeah, this, if it's all jumbled together, yeah, it will get confusing. But you can, if you can pick and choose here, that's what I would do, right? But the problem is you gotta go through it. So here, I know this is a +10 formula. Why? Because there's no 4, right? This one is a +10 formula because it's a 2 and a 9, right? I know this is a 2-step, right? This is another 8 + 6. That's a 2-step. So I don't know, maybe hold off on it a little bit. I don't know. No, or try to find how to make a 5. I don't, yeah, I don't know. That's something that I mean that's why I have my workbooks, because it says how to add up to 10, but adding up to 10 is very it's a loaded question because there's many different ways to do it. This all adds up to, what is it? No. I don't know what I'm trying to show here. 5 + 3. So this one, okay, so these ones all add up to 10. Yeah. I will try to find and make a 5 and continue with your workbook. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was young with my young kids, that's what I would have to do. And anytime it was higher than a 5, I would just ignore it for a while. Because it's the same thing here, right? This one is a 2-step. And so I was just going through. I mean, yeah, but once you get over that hump, once you get over the hump of doing the 2-step, then everything will be golden, right? Then it doesn't matter what the numbers are. See, you notice here, this is 62. So we have our number 62. 60 + 20. So we have 62 plus 20. Is there enough? Yes, I'm going to add them enough. He is overwhelmed with subtraction right now. Subtraction is hard in mainstream math. So in Abacus world, when we do subtraction, it's only taking away from the horizontal bar, if that makes sense, right? That page is a lot easier. That page is easier. That is simple problems. No, because this one right here is a -5. How do I know? Because when I line it up, it's this one and this one, right? When you line it up, this one is fine. And this one's not fine because this is the -5. This one and this one is a -4. No, not that one. Yeah, right? Like it's, yeah. I do feel like I understand your pain. I can, yeah, I don't know. That page is easier with the simple problems. Um, this one, six take away six, take away one. Six take away one. We get the 5. No, the other page. Okay, so wait. We had this one, this one, this one. I'm screaming inside. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This one. This one? Yeah. It yeah. When I decompose all of it, it is tougher. Um but yeah, I'm so sorry. I understand the pain. And and that's the point, right? The idea was I'm trying to flood the market. No, it was the math was I don't know which one that was. I don't know which one was math with confidence. Maybe, you know what? I'll go take a look. Um, Hold please. Let's see. Um, let's see if I can find it. Okay, we have math with confidence. Math with confidence. The 4 in a row. Oh, this one. This one. That one. I think it's this one. No worries. Thank you for that. We can do some problems. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you can. Um, Here. Yeah, this is a real eye opener. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. I guess so. So this one, okay. So we have to be careful with these numbers, right? So this one's okay because yes, this one is 30 and then 5. Is there enough to add the 4? There is. So I'm just going to add the 4. This is simple. And then it's still again, right? But now we're just adding the 1. So that's fine. This one here, when you're looking at it, right, you got to go through the two ones. So this is a +5. No, no, no. Sorry, this is a simple. And again, it's simple. This one is a -5. And then this one is also -5. But the problem is up here. The problem is with the A on it. Oh, right. I see. Yeah. Well, this one you have to be careful because this is -5, right? So when we look at it, we do 71. We take away 30. Is there enough to take away 30? No. So we have to minus the 5 plus the 2. So final answer is 40. The 4 and the 3 indicate it is a -5. Yeah, right. The minus the 3, not necessarily, because if this was 9, if this was 98 minus 4, then that's simple. So that's why I would go back to the reference sheet. I would go back to the reference sheet and take a look, right? So if we look at the 5, it'd be here. 5 minus 4. No, 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 not 5, not 5. 8. So 8 minus 4. That's what I'm doing. 8 minus 4. That's what I'm doing. Sorry, sorry, sorry. So I would make this, I'd make it like 90, 99 minus 4. Or 95, 90, 50, 59 minus 4. That's what I would do. Right? In this problem. Yeah. So in this problem, this is a minus 5. This is a minus 5. Because why? Because it depends on what it's minusing from. Because it's an 8, it's an 8, right? This is a 7, so the 7 goes over here, right? Does that make sense? So that's how I know. And that's why I have the reference sheet. So look at the number, what it's coming from, and what you're subtracting. Can you explain why you go up to 20 in your addition? It's just to make it, just to show you the pattern. So it's all pattern. That's the only reason why. And I thought it was kind of cool. So if you notice, all we got to do is when we did this, right? This is a plus 5. All it is we're adding a 1. See how it's 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. If I add a 1, 14 plus 4 is 18. So this is a pattern. I was just showing you what the pattern looks like. Again, it goes into the plus 10s, and that plus 10 can translate again to there. So that's the reason why I go to 20. I mean, it goes more, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. Yeah. So like I'll use, this is just a reference. Oh, I didn't have it here. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I actually went all the way to 100. Yeah. So yes. So if we look at 9 plus 2, right? Because it's the 9 and the 2. So when we look, 9 and 2, yes, it would be the same 10 formula, right? 5, this is a 2-step. Same thing with this. This is a 2-step. It's different when we get to the 40s. But this is later, right? This is still a 2-step, but now it's the 4 that does the 2-step. So if I do 46, right? If I did 46 plus 5 plus the 10 minus the 5 plus the 10 minus the 5 plus the 10. So you can do a problem and show where it is on the addition. Yeah, that's why I gave you this. I gave you the beginning part because it's translatable, right? And hopefully it's enough for you to take a look at and do a comparison. I saw that you're live once, and wow, that is cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to, and I go often because it helps me. It inspires me to make more worksheets and to make it more relatable. So, but thank you. I do appreciate that you watch it. Obviously this is more geared towards the class, right? I'm not on TikTok right now. This is specifically for everybody that's on the other social media. So the addition problem and subtraction goes up to 100. The table that I made goes up to 100, but if you notice, it's still just single digits, right? It's still just a single digit. It was only just to see what the pattern looks like. I did it just for fun, just to see what the pattern is. And it's interesting to see how the pattern goes, right? So this is the 5, this is the 2-step, this is another 2-step. I guess this would be 3-step. I don't know, we'd have to look at it. And then again, 5, the 10s, and then 2 steps. So, and then I did the minus as well. I just thought it was fun to see that there's a number pattern that happens. That's all. And yeah, because I'm trying to, when I build out things, it's just nice to I wonder why we call math with patterns, but But when we teach it, when we teach it through mainstream math, we don't see the patterns, right? So you can create any problem with it. Yeah, you can create any problem with this. What I gave you is enough, right? Because when you get stronger with this, when you get stronger with the two step and the tens, then you have everything under the sun. You just have to take it one step at a time. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Anytime the three major concepts in abacus, you know how to make a 10, you know how to make a 5. That's it. You have every number under the sun at your disposal. I can't find my fives. Yeah, every number sun. So there was that one worksheet that you gave me, which was a race to the top, race to the 9. I was trying to figure it out. Is there another way to do it? So there was this one that you provided, which was great. The problem, the problem is, the problem is either you need to know how to make a 5 and know how to make a 10, right? Or you need to know how to make a two step. And then that's when it gets really hairy. I would probably do racing to the 10 after the two step information. That's what I would probably do. I wouldn't do this now. Even if you did the 5 and the 10s, you could do it with the 5 and the 10s, but then you're focusing on the 5 and the 10 and that's it, right? But the problem is when you start going into more numbers, it depends on what we're adding and what we're subtracting. So even on the 2s, you could do the 2s, but that means he has to know the plus the 5 and he needs to know plus 10s. Right? If we take away the 5s, he still needs to know the plus 10s. Yeah. I don't know. That makes sense with the race to the 10, 100. Yeah. I was trying to figure it out. Like, is there a way to just say, let me give you all the 8s? But the problem was with all the 8s, you still have a two-step question here, right? And then I was like, well, what if we just did all of the 4s? The problem with all the 4s is you will have a mixture of 5-step and then because when you add it, you're adding the sums. So the sums will always be, I mean, it'll be great afterwards when you do multiplication, but not right now. Yeah, sorry. For right now, I would hold off. I would hold off until he's solid on this, if that makes sense. Yeah, there was a lot of discrepancies with when I was going through the questions and stuff, and not your stuff, like just in general, because I'm trying to popularize abacus. I'm trying to make it more mainstream, and so I was trying to figure out how are everybody else doing it and how am I doing it, and so I don't know. I feel like there is no structure. Yeah, exactly. The curriculum is not nobody's curriculum is abacus friendly, which is interesting. But then again, if I would tell you nobody's abacus curriculum is kid friendly. So I'm trying to make the two, I'm trying to make the two nice. So this is an old abacus and you'll see it all over the place. This is an abacus book and it's really boring. It's really boring. But it is very abacus specific, but it's very boring. So then if obviously you've seen mine. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's a bad curriculum. It just means that it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not abacus friendly. It's great that they do the different exercises, but the questions are needs to be very specific. Yeah, no, absolutely. It is a good one, but still it's not abacus friendly. Yeah, exactly. Like I like how they were doing like this stuff. This is kind of cool in having this, but again, the questions are not the structure. I mean, I can see why they're making minusing the 8. I can see that, but it's not abacus specific. Why? Because I think what it is that the add-ins are different, and I think that's what makes it harder. because every add-in is different. If you notice, they're taking away the 8, but now what they're trying to do is they're trying to show you if you have an 8. So I think what I would do is I'd do it reverse. I don't know. I don't know what I do. Honestly, I take that back. No, you know what? I do it reverse. I do it reverse. Oh, that didn't go. Because this is very similar to my wheel, spin the wheel. And what I do is if you spin the wheel, you add it here and you minus the 2. So I do this, but I do it reverse. Right? And it's kind of similar. So here is the 8 in the missing number, but here we do it the other way. We have the missing number and then the 8. Yeah, they're showing the fact families. No, this is not a fact family. 4 and 8 is not a fact family. How is that a fact family? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like here, I know, yeah, this is a double, and they say memorize doubles. But 8 and 6 is not. How does 8? See, that's what confuses me. Why would they say that 8 and 6 is a fact family? That's so like baffling, right? But yeah, I do this, but I do it reverse. The fact family adds up to 12. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's to each their own. Um, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. It's just more information, but they're making it. They're making more. What is it? They're making more. They're making it more complicated than it really is. They're trying to put in fillers. I don't know. You know what I mean? It sounds like they're trying to put in fillers. Like we don't need to go up to 12. What's the point? Like even in multiplication, I was thinking of your sheet that isolated the variable. I was thinking it isolated the add-in. Yeah, I was thinking of your sheet that isolates the variable. I was thinking it is isolating the add-in. Yes, we isolate the add-in. It's always about the specific, what we're trying to add to it. Yeah, right? So we have our first add-in, and then we figure out, and then we always want to add to it. Because that's what, the way I have it here, we're focusing on the first add-in, but how do we add to it? Yeah. And then, obviously the second one is subtraction. And again, it's the same structure. I have -5. I just got to I'm waiting for my -5 to come in, and then I'll start showing you how to use it. I have to build out my videos, and then I'm going to update -5. But I do have -5 and the book. So, and then I have the -10, the +10s, which you've seen, and then I'm working on the -10s. How do we add to it? Yes. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. And then we can do the two-step problem. Since we can do a two-step problem. Yes. Exactly. It's always about what is it that we're trying to do? What do we have, and then what are we trying to do? Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, there were some other ones that I saw that was pretty cool. But again, the questions are not specific, right? So I'll wait on this one. It'll be easy to do, but I do wonder how they mix up this number. So yeah, this one was kind of cool. But again, the problem is you can only do so much. Can we? The two-step problem? Yeah, we can do that right now. Oh yeah, let's do that right now. Do we have anything specific? Do you have anything specific? 'Cause I don't want to waste your time. Let's see. No, you can do it. Okay. All right. Okay, let me. You want to do minus? Let's do minus two-step, because we don't practice the minus two-step. So here we are. We do 12, 7. We're going to do minus, right? We have 12 on our abacus. 1, 2. We want to take away the 7, right? You take away the 7. Let me go back. To take away the 7, there's not enough, right? What are we doing? We're going to take away the 7. We know to do it that, okay? We understand that. So what are we going to do is minus the 7 is equal to minus the 10 plus the, so I'm going to minus the 7 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 3. I can say plus the 3 minus the 10. I can say that, but let's keep it this way, right? So I'm going to minus the 10 and I need to plus the 3. Thank you, Alyssa. Yes. So now I'm here. Can I add a 3? If I cannot add a 3, how do I do it? Then remember, you go through the steps. I don't know if I have my steps. Where's my steps? Right? Now what do I do? Minus, yes, exactly. No, the other way, because it's a plus 3. So it's not a minus the 5, it's actually plus the 5. Plus the 5 minus the 2. Does that make sense? We want to add the 5. We don't want to take away the 5. Yeah, okay, good. So we want to add the 5 and take away the 2. So my final answer is 5. Yeah. So how I figure this part out is depending on what number I'm trying to do. Do I want to do a plus 3, plus 4, plus 1, plus 2? It goes to here, adding of the 5. If I want to do minus the 5, I have to do minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Because it's a subtraction problem. Yes. Right. But the thing is it's not because it's a subtraction problem. It's because what we're trying to do here. We take it one step at a time. No. Don't group it all as a whole. Do it one step at a time. So let's do another one. Let's do 14 minus 9. Yes, exactly, Alyssa. It's because it's a plus 3. That's exactly. So we're taking it one step at a time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 14, right? 14 on the abacus, take away 9. Minus 9 is equal to minus 10 plus 1. Minus the 10, right? 10, 0, 1, 0, 1. Minus the 10, 0, 1, right? And then what do? We plus the 1. Now we look at it only this. We want to add the 1. When we add the 1, we're adding the 1. What do? It's not a plus or a minus. It's always whatever we're trying to do. So because we're adding the 1, what do? Plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5. Yes. Minus 4. Minus 4. Because we need to substitute this information into here. Plus the 5 minus the 4. Yeah. Because we're adding the 1. Right? We can do another one. Let's do this one. 13 minus 6. 13 minus 6. Hold, please. Right? 13 minus 6. We have 13. We have to take away the 6. Minus the 6 is what? Minus 6 is equal to minus 10 plus 4. Minus the 10. 0, 1. Minus 1. Minus 10. 0, 1. I'm going to minus the 10. I'm going to add the 4. How do you add the 4? Right? I want to do it like this. How do you add the 4? To add the 4 is equal to what? Plus the 5 minus, yes, right? Minus 1. Add the 5, take away the 1. Yeah? We're right? Does that make sense? Yes. No. It's the other way. It's the other way. I'm doing it backwards. Focus on this. Look at it. Oh, strip it away and look only at that. What do you do? Right? Don't worry about everything else. Focus just on that. That's what I would do. I need my sheet. I can't do it for my brain. You need the sheet, or you know that we're going to plus the 4. I know if I'm going to plus the 4, I do this and I plus the 5. I'm sorry, plus the 5. That's too much. I'm going to minus the 1. That's how I do it. Does that make sense? Don't rely on the sheet. Rely on your brain. You can do it. You can do it. We can do one more. You want to do another one? Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. 14 minus 8. Yeah. So this is what I would do. 14 minus 8. Okay? 14 minus 8. Yep. Right? We do 14. Take away 8. Minus 8 is what? Minus 8 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 2. Okay. Minus the 10. We got that. Not a problem. Add the 2. Okay. Now what I do is add the 2. If I want to add the 2, what do? I need to add the 2. What do? Equals plus 5. That's too much. That's too much. What do? Minus 3. I need to balance it out. So plus the 5 minus the 3. There will not be a minus here. This is not a minus there. There's no minus here. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like that. It looks like this. Minus 10 plus 5 minus 3. That's what it would look like. Or like this. That's what it would look like. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, you have to be careful with the signs. The signs like this would be incorrect. So let me rewrite it. So minus the 10 plus 5 minus 3. We can do the other way. Plus 10 minus 5 plus 3. We would do it like this. I don't know. I have to figure this one out. because I don't want to times it. This looks like it's a times. I don't want to times it. Yeah. Thank you for your help taking a look at the other sheets I sent you. Yeah, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. And I sympathize for you. I really do wish that I can make it better. Because it looks like they're moving forward into double digits, but yeah, I wish I could help more. It's one of those things. If yeah. Oh, yeah. So before we leave, yeah, let me know the instructions for this one. Let me know the instructions for this one, and I can try to make it. I can try, and I'll make it more abacus driven. It sounds like it's fun, but I don't know. I don't know because I want to know what the instructions are. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions. And yeah, I'm respecting your time. It is 10:07. So thank you again for joining, and again for continuing to improve. I hope. Yeah, thank you. I'll keep an eye out on that one. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, and we can continue on with this path. I will go into adding and subtracting. No, minus the fives. We'll do the minus the fives. I have to do videos on that, and then I'll show you the new book. But yeah, there's a new book. I don't have it with me right now. I just published it, so I'm waiting for it to come into the mail. So thank you again, Alyssa. Again, thank you so much. But I do appreciate all the information and all the feedback. And so I'm going to sit around on this one a little bit more to see if I can make it better for the two-step. Yeah, I look forward to it. Oh yeah, great. Have a good day, and I'll see you in my next live. Bye.